Welcome back to another Winnemac Attack hockey video. I'm Matt, joined alongside with Jake and Vander. Let's hop in the video.
Alright, welcome back once again, everybody. Today we're doing the Pacific Division. If you haven't seen our Central Division rankings, go ahead and check that out. But let's get things started off. We have a pretty good powerhouse team up at the top, in my opinion, and I think that's the Golden Knights. What about you guys?
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. Vegas is definitely on top.
Yep, same here. Vegas has been good. They'll be good. That's just how it's going to go.
Do you think there's going to be any sort of drop-off now that Fleury's gone?
I don't think so, because they still have Lehner, and he's solid.
As much trash as he likes to talk, he's still a decent goaltender.
Yeah, I think he's decent, but I don't think he's Fleury. But they have improved their defense as well. So I think that they'll be okay. Moving on to the second place team, I have the Oilers, because any team with Connor McDavid on it, I think they're definitely a playoff team, and it's a weak Pacific Division, so I think that the Oilers are up there in second.
I have to agree with you on that one. I think at least to make it into the playoffs, they're going to be a high seed. We don't know how far they'll go in the playoffs, but yeah, Edmonton is my second seed.
Make that 3 for Edmonton, because that's where I got them.
All right, so McDavid, do not let us down. We have so much faith in you. A little less faith now. In third, I put the Vancouver Canucks. This is where I see the significant drop-off in the division, where it could be really anybody. But I think the Canucks are probably the next most solid team, so that's my third place.
Well, we're 3 for 3 so far, because I also have the Vancouver Canucks in third place. I think they have too good of a roster to play like they did last year. And as long as they can get those two guys signed, and Quinn Hughes and Elias Peterson, they should be fine.
Yep, I as well. I have the Canucks in third. I think if Oliver Ekman-Larsson can perform and we can get both Quinn and PD signed, it's going to be a good year.
Yeah, so that pretty much makes that a lock if we all three had those teams. Let's see if we have any divergence here. Fourth place, I have the Los Angeles Kings. I think they've done great stuff. They added Victor Arvidsson, and their young guys are getting older. I see Quentin Byfield getting a lot better, making moves to become a pro this year. Who do you guys have in fourth?
In fourth place, I have the newcomers, the Seattle Kraken. I think they made a lot of strides. Not so much in the draft, but what they did in free agency to bring in that talent like they did, like a guy like a Grubauer or some of the other guys that they brought in. Obviously, you got to wait to see on how severe Yanni Gourde injury is going to be, how long he's going to be out. But I think once he's in the lineup to add that depth, I think they're going to be in the running to at least try to fight for that third spot.
I also have the Kraken in the fourth spot. I think they're playing new. They're playing with this new fire. I believe their season tickets are already sold out, so those fans are going to be crazy. I think, and that'll drive them to perform.
That is going to be a loud arena.
And guess who plays their season opener? The Vancouver Canucks.
The Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah, good luck.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but ultimately the 4th through 8th place rankings don't really matter, because I have 5 Central teams making the playoffs. Do you guys have something similar?
I would say probably out of the teams that I put in 4th and 5th in the Central. I would say, though, I wouldn't be shocked if Seattle tries to fight their way for that second wild card. I think they have a really good team.
Yeah, I guess that's fair, since I have the Kings there. Maybe you see the Kraken outperforming expectations. I don't see the Kings being good enough to take that last wild card yet, but fair point. My 5th place, not too far off the Seattle Kraken. What about you guys?
I actually did the flip-flop, and I have LA as my 5th team, so I guess we're pretty close at about where we have them. But I see a lot to like with LA. I think that all their young guys are going to make some strides this year. I don't know if they have enough veteran talent to overtake a team like Seattle with all the guys that they have there, but they're definitely going to be in the running to try to fight for stuff.
Vander, where do you have?
I think Matt stole my list, because I as well have the Kings.
All right, so we're pretty much dead on here with a slight flip-flop with me. Sixth place, let's see if we can keep it going. I have the Calgary Flames. Matt?
Wow, you're a wizard. I also have the Calgary Flames. Yeah, I'm excited to see Johnny Hockey back there on the ice making plays for him. I think it's going to be interesting to see how the Central shapes up, but yeah.
There's rumors that Johnny Gaudreau could be in a sort of like Jack Eichel trade. Does that potentially change where the Flames finish? Do you think if they get Eichel, does that make them a better contender?
I don't know. I feel like he's kind of, you're replacing one playmaker for another playmaker. I don't know if that really makes your team that much better. I think it still comes down to the guys around him.
I do think that the Flames have really bad depth issues. So, let's go on to the seventh place team. I have the Anaheim Ducks. I just don't think there's anything special about the team. I think John Gibson is fantastic. I think they've got some great young guys. Can't wait for Seegers to come up. Who do you have?
I also have Anaheim Ducks. I think it's really dependent on how John Gibson does, and yeah, I think that'll really depend on where they finish. I think we skip Vander's sixth one, by the way.
Oh, my bad. I do have a good guess on who it is, though.
It's Calgary.
Oh, how about that?
My seventh is as well the Ducks.
Yeah, so it's basically the same list. Then eighth place, I have the San Jose Sharks. I think that team just fell off a cliff. They made it pretty far in the playoffs a few years in a row, and then dropped off entirely. Erik Karlsson did not pan out, and I don't see it getting better anytime soon because they have some really bad contracts.
Yeah, I think that Erik Karlsson contract each year just gets worse and worse as the seasons go on with how much they actually paid him. I agree with you. San Jose in last place, and I don't think it's going to be that close. One thing for sure, though, they will be in the running for that first pick in the draft.
Better than I think it's safe to assume.
They're bad. They'll be bad. Contracts are bad. What in San Jose isn't bad?
Yeah, I do disagree with Matt, though. I don't think that they'll be last in even the Western Conference. I think that the Coyotes are just
really
striving to be bad.
Yeah, I don't think the Coyotes are going to be good till they're in Houston.
All right,
we'll see.
So you pretty much got the same list 3 times, with one exception being the Kraken and the Kings. Let us know in the comments who's going to be better, the Kings or the Kraken, and we'll see you next time.